During her time imprisoned in the quantum realm, Janet Van Dyne meets Kong, a exiled traveler who promises that if she can assist him in reassembling his multiversal power core, they can both leave the realm. After they were able to fix it, Janet had a vision of him conquering and destroying worlds, and she turned the vision against him. Outmatched, Janet makes his power core unusable by enlarging it with her PIM particles, further isolating them in the realm. After the War of Earth, ᵒᵃ has since written a number of successful memoirs and has been living contentedly with Hope Van Dyne. Cassie, Lang's now teenage daughter, has developed into an activist, and because of her work, Lang has had to free Cassie from prison. Cassie discloses that she has been developing on a device that can make contact with the quantum realm while visiting Hope's parents, Hank Pym and Janet. As Janet learns this, she becomes terrified and tries to turn the device off, but the message is heard, causing a portal to open and drag the five of them into the quantum realm. When Hope, Janet, and Hank search a vast city for clues, the people who are uprising against their king discover Lang and Cassie. Lord Kryler, a previous ally of Janet's, tells Hope, Janet, and Pym that things have changed since she departed and that he is now working for Kong, who is now in charge of the kingdom. The three are forced to leave and take his ship after a brutal showdown. The rebel leader Jentora informs the Langs that Janet's association with Kong is partially to blame for the uprising. However, they soon come under attack by Kang's forces, which are made up of robotic soldiers under the command of ᵒᵃⁿᵗ, who is later revealed to be Darren Cross after having survived his apparent death at the hands of Lang. The Langs are brought before Kong, who threatens to kill Cassie unless ᵒᵃ helps him recover his power core. Lang is brought to the core, where he contracts. When Hope shows up, she saves him from drowning in a sea of versions of himself and helps him get the power core. Unfortunately, Kong breaks the agreement, seizing Janet and destroying her ship, which was carrying Hank. Pym assists Lang and Hope as they travel to Kong after being saved by his ants, which were also drawn into the quantum realm, swiftly developed and turned hyper-intelligent. Cassie, who is still in prison, frees Jentora, and together they launch an insurrection against Kong and his soldiers. Cross is persuaded to switch sides and fight Kong during the conflict by Cassie, even though it would cost him his life. When Pym, Hope, Cassie, and Janet travel home via a portal, Janet restores the power core. However, Kong attacks Lang and almost beats him to death. Hope reappears as she and ᵒᵃ decimate the power core and push Kong inside of it, where he is pulled into infinity. Lang and Hope can go back home after Cassie reopens the portal on her end. As Lang joyfully carries on with his life, he starts to second-guess what he had been told, that Kang's passing was the beginning of something terrible, but dismisses it. In a post-credit sequence, Loki and Agent Mobius discover ᵒᵃ, another Kong clone from the 1920s. Many Kong incarnations mourn the loss of one of their own and plot their multiversal rebellion in a sequence towards the middle of the credits. Many Kong incarnations mourn the loss of one of their own and plot their multiversal rebellion in a sequence towards the middle of the credits.